Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Well, you may have thought that the controversy surrounding the governor's school quilt has subsided. That is not the case. It appears that two big events are going to happen tomorrow that may reignite the debate over the controversial item. Now, you will remember back a few weeks ago, Councilwoman Sharon Hodge took some offense at a symbol on the quilt itself, saying that she didn't like the representation of the small black person, indicating some type of ignorance or lack of knowledge. Well, after a number of interviews, it appears that even her apology is not going to be enough to satisfy her detractors, and there is a major new development in this case. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. But first, let's talk about the implications for the community as a whole. We have new numbers coming off of the internet this afternoon that indicate that well over 100,000 people have now viewed the videos on YouTube. Now, we posted both of our interviews with Councilwoman Sharon Hodge up to Facebook a few weeks ago. Now, these are the actual numbers as they appeared earlier today. We want to start with the top one. Now, this was the second part of our interview that we aired. It has over 13,000 hits. That means that essentially it's been viewed 13,000 times. But take a look just below it. Under the heading City Councilwoman Hodge stands behind comments that made a local student cry, look at those numbers, 106,000 people. In fact, now approaching 107,000 have looked at this video. That is the total number of views. Now, that is well above any video that BTW 21 has ever posted before, despite the fact that we're approaching 750 videos online. These continue to garner attention from both local, regional, and now national media, as we understand that Glenn Beck's website has picked it up as well. It has appeared on MSN, and now it looks like we're about to enter Chapter 2. Now, there has been an effort underway since the controversy began to start some type of recall petition. It now appears that that is actually going to take place in a physical location. Now, BTW 21 has found out through a number of sources that the recall petition drive is going to be held at this location in Uptown Martinsville. Now, this is a newly renovated space in Uptown. It's right there on Main Street, and it looks like around 5 p.m. tomorrow, tables are going to be set up, and registered voters who bring in 2 forms of ID will be able to sign the petition to have Sharon Hodge removed from Martinsville City Council. Now, whether or not it's successful remains to be seen. I have been talking to a number of individuals who spoke at the ministerial gathering just about 1 week ago. I can tell you that the NAACP is aware of this event, and I can also tell you that Reverend Tyler Milner has been in communication with BTW 21 asking for copies of the original tapes and all information that pertains to this specific situation. Now, a number of people that I spoke to on the street earlier today says that this entire thing is giving the community a bad name, but they say they certainly understand both sides of the coin. Now, ironically, the signatures will be gathered just about an hour before Martinsville City Council has a City Council meeting. And at the end of that meeting is a time allotted to hear comments from the public. There are unsubstantiated reports, and again, unsubstantiated reports, that a large number of supporters for the City Councilwoman will be present at that meeting. We will continue to gather more information. Well, as if the petition itself was not inflammatory enough, it appears that 150 T-shirts have been printed up. Now, this was the original logo that came out just a few days after the governor's school presentation from supporters of the quilt who wanted to be displayed in Martinsville City Council, or actually in the Martinsville Municipal Building, stating, "I know what you meant, I support the governor's school." Well, now that image has been transferred to a T-shirt. Again, we understand 150 of these T-shirts have been printed up. They have all been distributed at this point. In fact, there is a demand for more of them, and we understand that the individual who was responsible for printing these t-shirts actually paid for them out of pocket and then sold them at a loss in order to get the word out. And according to those individuals, around 100 to 150 people are expected to attend that petition drive in uptown Martinsville tomorrow night. We will, of course, have complete coverage of that event and the Martinsville City Council meeting itself. Now, as for the quilt, it remains in the City Council, actually in the possession of Leon Torenicki, the city manager, and it is not on the agenda. Now, we attempted to contact the city manager earlier today, but he had the day off, and we will continue to ask those questions and provide complete coverage of this event coming up on Tuesday. We'll be back with more after this.